Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So glad you can join me today. Today, it's an exciting one. So let's get started. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a frosted snowman using some blue and white fabric and a little bit of leftover jelly rolls and leftover Christmas fabrics here. So we're going to get started with all the trimmings and cuts, etc. And then I'm going to show you how to place it together. It's a quick, beautiful project that I think you're going to love. I am using some leftover fabrics. Now, this is one of the fabrics that I love. I would say this is my favorite fabric for the year. I absolutely love this particular fabric. I've actually taken piece of it and frame it, which I'll show you at some point in either this video or the next video. But I love it so much. I think it's one of these fabrics that can be used as a framed piece of art, and you know how I view quilts as art anyway, but I just love this fabric. I just think it's so unique and so original, and I absolutely love this print. It looks very, very, very artistry. Anyway, enough about the fabric. So I have some left over here from my previous quilt. I used this as the backing, I think, for my frosted ice quilt. So I'm taking probably about, I would say, the size of a fat quarter, or probably less than. To be honest, I think it's less than, looking at it right now. So I'm just cutting it up to the size that I need. Now, the blocks sizes, I can't remember at the moment, but they come up, I think probably, I would say either 13 inches square. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Nevertheless, I made four for the blocks. Initially, I was going to make one big one, but I thought, no, let's try something different and make four blocks. So that is what I'm doing here. I'm just getting all the cuts ready. Now, it is a little bit time consuming getting the cuts ready, but once the cuts are done for all the sections of the quilt, so you need your blue here, which I'm representing as my sort of for my snowman, and I'm using some Christmas leftover poinsettia fabrics for my heart, my hat and my scarf. Okay, now you can use whatever you want, but obviously this project is made using scraps, and I thought the contrast of the red and sort of dark forest greens with the blue would work really nicely. And of course, I'm using background white. Now, I didn't have enough of one particular color for the background white, so you would see the white is slightly different, but I think it gives a really nice appearance because it sort of corresponded with snow. So I thought it looked good. So I was quite happy with the result then. But you would also need some jelly rolls, scraps again, that I'm using for the binding. So again, this is made from scraps. You can use whatever you want. It's a really lovely project for a baby quilt. In the pattern, I've also given you the sizes, how you can use it for a throw size quilt as well. But I think as a baby quilt is beautiful. Also perfect as a wall hanging. But to be honest, I think it's suited as a baby quilt for a baby boy. All right, so I'm going to continue with all of the cutting. But as I said, once it is done, don't be intimidated by the cuts. Once it's done, it is easy peasy from there on. All right, so let's move on to choosing the fabrics. Let me tell you what my thought process was when I was selecting. So I was thinking of using this one here, which is the poinsettias, and they're really big and beautiful print. Again, this is scraps that I'm using. I also considered this one, which is not a Christmas print, but the colors sort of represent Christmas for me, and I thought they looked all right as well. And I thought also that it went along very well with the blue that we're using for the snowman. But it's up to you, you can choose. But I'm just showing you how I, laid out so that I can get my ideas really clear. But I felt in this instance that the poinsettias would have worked better only because of the colors, excuse me, and the print itself, which is the flowers and stuff. I thought that worked out really well. So I decided I was going to choose that and started doing the cutting. Now, as I said before, there's a lot of cuttings here, and obviously we're going to do for the hat and scarf. What I would say also is that the cuts or the subcuts here are a little bit small, so you'll just need to be a little bit patient and also make sure that you look at the sizes properly. While I was drinking my coffee, I was thinking, Karen, do not spill this coffee on these fabrics. You will be very disappointed with yourself. So don't be like me. But, my anxiety was up, but I so needed a hot drink because I drink black coffee. And I started this project really early in the morning, and I just wanted something warm in my body. But my anxiety was so much elevated because I had this coffee on the table, and something said, "Woman, just move the coffee and you can just relax." So I eventually did. All right, so all of my cuts are now completed. These are the bodies here. This is the hat and tie, my bottom border, and the other pieces that makes the block. So I'm going to demonstrate to you, but I'm going to sew it together first. I'll make one block and show you what it looks like. And so that you know. Note though that there are some tiny pieces to work with. And this particular block is made by snowballing. All right, so these are all your snowballing pieces here. But I'll demonstrate to you how it's compiled, but very, very, very easy to do and very beautiful. So you're looking at the layout of how to build a block. So this is your top border and your bottom border here. These are your snowballing. Okay, hence the reason why I said you need to really cut all of your pieces first before you get started. So those of you who don't know how to do a snowball, you need to draw a line from point to point and line it up like so, making sure that the line is on the end there and on the end there, and then you stitch on that line and you will fold it over. Okay, before you cut this over, just make sure that this piece that you're folding over, this white snowball piece, meets the end. What you're doing basically is really replacing the corner with just the white. All right, I hope that makes sense to you. So on the stitch line and fold it over, and you will do that for all of them. So you're doing snowballing for all of 3 of these colored blocks. Now I've used blue and white here. This is my favorite fabric for the year. I'm definitely going to say I love this fabric, and I'm calling this my Snow White baby quilt. You're making 4 of these blocks. I've also chosen some Christmas fabrics, as you know, for the hat and tie, and I think it really ties it in well. So I'm going to go ahead and build this block, and then I'll show you what it looks like. So here is the block all sewn together. So this is what you're going to start off with, and this is what you're going to finish with. Now you need to make 4 of these, as I've already said. Now if you wanted to change the background, you don't want it to be the stark white that I have done, you can do that. You can also give it a sort of a darker background, you know, but I would definitely say to use the white cornerstones. Don't go for anything else. You will still want to have that contrast there and have the snowman highlighted. But you know, a nice brown sort of greenish background would look really good, with hence a little bit of white in it. So probably a light background, floral, greenish will do. The reason why I'm saying that is because you can get that contrast of that green, you know, sort of snowy whitish background with the snowman blue there, but it's entirely down to you. All right, so this is your block. You need 4 of those. Now I wanted to point something out to you that I know you will not notice, and because I'm being completely honest and transparent, so that if you made this mistake, you will either decide, you know, whether to remove it or to change it. Now look at it here. You can see my cornerstone here is smaller, so this one I accidentally stitch onto this block here where it's supposed to be at the top. All right, so and this one obviously is larger. So again, if I did not point that out to you, would not have noticed it, but that was the only error, and I thought, oh, I'm going to leave it in there. You know, sometimes these things makes the quilt stand out, or you know, it's just it shows the handmade side of it. You know, it's not manufactured, and these are the things that happens when things are made by hand. You know, little blocks get mixed up, but again, it does not create any negativity on the impact. In fact, it probably adds to it, because then it shows off the head a little bit more. So I'm going to make a design choice and continue with that and leave it as is, you know. So but I'm just pointing this out so that you're looking back at the video and you're making, and you think about, oh, how is this different? You know, I know some of you with those keen eyesights will notice it. So rather than pretend, you know, just letting you know that, you know, I've accidentally swapped them around. However, I'm going to continue with that throughout the balance next 3 blocks. So I'm going to give you some ideas about layouts, and then you can decide from there. But let's finish up, get all the other 4 blocks done, and we'll take it from there. And here it is. After all the cutting, piecing, and stitching, it all comes together. This is the Frosty Snuggles snowman quilt. Seeing him all finished, so cozy and sweet. This is why I quilt. Look at how that blue background from the snowman makes our little snowman just glow. He's not just a holiday decoration, he is a new heirloom, a tiny warm hug for some lucky baby during their first winter. Every stitch in that swirly quilting is on his belly, was made with so much love, just hoping it brings as much joy to them as it did to me while making this beautiful quilt. This is more than just fabric. It never ceases to amaze me, fabric. It's a wish for a cozy night, sweet dreams, and a lifetime of magic. This is so beautiful. I cannot believe how amazing this has turned out to be. What do you think of this, guys? I was a little bit concerned about the blue quilting, but I think it has blossomed this particular project. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It was fun for me. The pattern, of course, is in the description linked down below. I've also given you the idea of how to make this with a throw size. So this is just so beautiful. I mean, the fabrics alone, the color options just really makes this a beautiful baby quilt for anyone who love Christmas, who love wrapping their baby in a soft, cozy quilt. Great for tummy time. Just a perfect gift for a newborn baby, a winter Christmas baby. Well, all I can say is enjoy the quilt. Happy quilting. Let me know what you think about the quilting. Did I use the wrong color thread? I just felt the light baby blue works and it will be a very cohesive mix. See you in the next one, guys. Bye for now. Happy quilting and let me know. And you guys are so brilliant with all your support. I'll see you in the next one.